Warning, the following audio can and probably will contain mature language and or content that may not be suitable for younger audience. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. Also, we can and will spoil whatever we want, whenever we want. You have been warned. That said, please enjoy our podcast and thank you for listening. Did you turn Audacity off?
Yeah, I close it every time that I'm not doing something because that automatically deletes everything because I don't feel like deleting.
Good point. Okay. Wait, that's not really a point. That's just...
All right, I'm going to count down. 3, 2, 1, sync.
Okay. So, welcome to episode 1 of the TAC Cast, the official first episode. The previous one was episode not 1. Why? Because not our entire cast was here.
Yo.
Hi.
So,
Going third again, are we, Ben?
What?
You went third.
What's your point?
If you don't know, Ben has to go third. And if you don't know who I am, I'll let Shadow introduce us.
Yeah, okay. So my name is Shadow from Raving About Nonsense.
I am Angry Neko. You may call me Neko, and you may bow before me.
And I'm Wentus from Wentus Reviews. I don't actually review stuff yet.
You will.
I don't review stuff yet because I lack the animation skills to review just yet, but Shadow did give me a good idea on doing that.
Yeah, we won't spoil that because, quite honestly, well, do you want to?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, let's put it out there.
All right, so Shadow's idea is that I use still images with different reactions so that you all can basically get the basic idea of what I want to do. My entire character will be animated as the Angry Neko, and if you can't tell, he's going to be very angry, and he's going to hate you all of you, so fuck off.
No, the funny thing is I'm the only one in this podcast that's going to physically appear in every review he's in.
Yeah.
Even if I do collabs with you, I'm going to have to appear, like, as me. Well, except for if you animate me, that would be funny.
I could animate you if I...
Actually...
What?
It might have... Nope, it's still recording.
Okay,
I
good.
think.
You scared us.
What
Don't
the
do that.
fuck happened? What the fuck is going on with our recording software?
It's not the recording software. Remember the first problem we had was my microphone was picking you guys up, and I forgot about that.
I know, but, like, it started skipping. I think it's just because I'm looking at it, and I have so much stuff running.
Ah, we got you.
Yeah,
This
maybe
is This is the second attempt at episode 1, by the way, people.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I didn't even think about it, but I had my computer speakers on and my microphone right next to them because my desk is kind of small.
It's okay, Neko. Everyone gets a couple thousand fuck-ups. Per year. If we didn't renew them every year, we wouldn't be able to have fuck-ups anymore.
I forgot to renew mine for this year. I should probably do that.
You should get on that, because I think you're almost out.
Yeah, that was actually one of my fuck-ups for this year, was forgetting to renew it for this year.
You should probably get to a doctor for that.
Okay, so... Wait, Neko, you wanted to say something to, Ven, and then we'll go into the kinda first discussion topic. Did you forget it?
Something about 151?
Oh, right. Ven, on his Let's Play channel, not his review channel, has recently broken... In fact, it has exactly 151 subscribers, right?
Yep.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, on my Facebook page, I decided to celebrate by linking my favorite Pokemon comic, Mokepon.
Make sure to catch them all.
Were we... shit. If you can't tell, I'm very forgetful.
This is why you have sticky notes.
I'm a Neko.
You know what? Okay, legitimately, let's just come up with animals. I'll be a fox, not a fucking hedgehog. Shut up. I am not a hedgehog. I am a fox.
Anybody who jokes about that gets banned.
Well, I can't really...
I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted.
Don't do it.
If you do it, I have full right to punch you.
Okay, good point. I still have to slap Neko, though.
Damn it.
I don't remember why. I just remember
I
to
remember why. He was pronouncing your name incorrectly.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
Ventus.
At some
I
point,
know.
we will do one of these in person, and I'm going to start it off by slapping him.
This is why I don't call him by Wendis. Because I call him by Ven, and therefore I get confused.
Yeah, but Ven is a nickname. It doesn't have to be pronounced correctly.
I know, but they're literally part of this. It's the same letters. It's the same letters.
I almost forgot we're recording this.
Yeah, this is just what our conversations sound like.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, discussion topic.
Okay.
Right.
I will tell everyone what the topic for today is. The main topic for today, which we'll tell towards the second half of the episode,
Yes.
is going to be about things you think would be or should be anime. And that can relate to a book, a comic book, manga, just anything that can be used as a source material.
No, this is for me, but it might apply to you guys as well. It can't be something that has already been made into an anime and you just want it better. Because that's a whole different discussion for another time.
Yeah. Today it is something that could be used as a source material to create an anime.
Yeah.
Does the Super Mario Bros. Super Show count as an anime?
That doesn't even
Yes.
count as a show.
Unfortunately, by the Japanese definition, yes, it would be an anime.
Okay, so no Legend of Zelda, no Super Mario Bros.
No, that's fine.
Also, no Fire Emblem. There's been OVAs of that.
Right.
Really?
No, wait, no.
Legend
Technically,
of, would the okay, if we want to go by the Japanese definition of anime, in which any animation is an anime, then Super Mario and Zelda would not count. But
also to note, Fire Emblem could count because those OVAs were not of any of the games. They were original stories.
Good
Right.
point.
hence the original video animation.
Oh, good. That's still working.
I didn't know
Poor
GLaDOS was a
Ventus.
guy the whole time. What a twist!
You're damn right. I am the angry Neko, but I am also GLaDOS as my part-time job. How do you do?
That was actually pretty close.
Oh, well, thank you. I think.
I should
Well,
learn
it
to
was
do
much
Wheatley's
closer than I
voice.
expected it to be, and that actually is a very big compliment.
Wait. I can do a Chell impression.
Go on.
Dear God, that was amazing.
I jumped.
Shivers, man,
Okay,
shivers.
but back on topic. If we want to go by the Japanese definition, then Mario and Zelda would not count. But if we want to go by the elitist definition, in which anything from Japan is anime
And nothing else.
and nothing else,
We're not elitists.
We're not. I go by the Japanese word definition.
I'll be honest, we can be somewhat elitist about the stuff we care about, but it's because we care about it so much that we kind of have these rules we've given ourselves.
Yes. How about I make exceptions? If it's already been made into an animation, but it was total shit. Like the Mario Brothers show and Zelda. Those
Yeah.
two can be exceptions.
Well, excuse me, princess.
That's in Xenoblade
Don't
Chronicles.
call me that.
Wait, is that in Xenoblade Chronicles?
Yes, it is.
Oh my god.
God, I
it
need
was
to get further
in-
into that game.
Yeah.
I haven't played it. So I
Shout out
don't
to
know.
shout out to Chugga Conroy.
All right. So before we get into the main topic, we're going to be talking about crap.
Well, technically yes. Kill la Kill.
Yeah. Shadow wanted to talk about Kill la Kill.
So okay. I am way behind the ball. I just watched all of it. Literally finished it like 2 days ago. Well, not 2 days from when this is going to be up, but
Ow.
I kind of wanted to discuss it because you guys have seen it, and I figured it'd be a good discussion topic, and other people have seen it, so they probably want other people's opinions.
I finished it the day the last Japanese episode came out. So it's been a while, but I'm pretty sure I can get it down.
I finished it about 2 months after it finished, I think. Or was it 3 months? I don't know. It was a while after it finished.
Okay, so I'm the
And-
one who's seen it the closest to its release, but I'm also the rustiest.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out where we should start with that because I do have a lot of stuff to talk about with it.
Well,
And I am going to make a review of it, but I don't plan to
Well,
release that
let's-
for a while.
let's start out with our thoughts on the show, and then I'm pretty sure it'll snowball from there.
Okay.
It's a pun because I have a snowball microphone.
I have a Yeti.
So do I.
Fuckers.
They exist.
Fuckers getting their nice microphones.
Okay. Since I finished it last, I guess I'll go first.
Logic.
But by that logic, then Ven would have to go second.
Shit.
Well, Ven, you're gonna have to take one for the team.
I'm sure you can figure out some way to make 2 go into 3.
I can't.
He can't.
As long as it's not 4, I can accept it being 2 though. 4 is bad because 4 and 3 make 7.
2 divided by 2 makes 1. 1 plus 2 is 3.
Obscure.
Shh.
I've
Okay,
considered that.
so
Continue.
Okay.
I enjoyed it much more and much less than I expected to.
Go on.
Basically, I thought it was really good, but it kind of bothered me that it took so long for it to get good. 'Cause 11 episodes is a long time. 11 episodes is the length of Anohana, okay?
I will disagree and say I thought it was good from the get-go, because it was...
No.
Go on.
I thought it was enjoyable from the get-go, but I wouldn't have classified it as good.
Okay, so...
Episode 11 is where I started thinking it was good, and the end of episode 17 is when I just... Oh.
What makes an anime good in your eyes?
That is a deep question.
You know what? I actually have this as a discussion topic for an entire podcast, so I don't know if we should go off on that right now.
Okay. What makes Kill la Kill good?
It's like Gurren Lagann. It does so many things so beautifully wrong that they come out really, really good. Honestly, my biggest
Having a stroke there, Shadow? It's okay. We all have fun every now and then.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
like
say-
fuck-ups.
Just an FYI, we all seem to have one word that we can't seem to say correctly, no matter what we do.
Oh,
For
I have
example-
several.
For example, I can't say horseradish. Horseradish.
Mr. Connery?
Horseradish. God damn it.
I'm trying to think of one I screw up all the time, but I can't. Anyway,
Yours
honestly,
kinda comes and goes with random words.
to be fully honest, my biggest problem with the show had nothing to do with. Okay, well, I fucking hated the mother person. I
We'll
fucking
get to
hate
that.
her.
We'll get
She
to
is meant to be hated, to be fair.
Exactly, they did that well, and that's why I don't have. That's why she's not a problem. The problem I have with the show is that it sometimes drops down to flash animation quality, which I understand is probably what they're going for, but inconsistency bothers me.
I gotcha.
At least they consistently they were consistent with their inconsistency. As an example, the character, oh shit, what's her name? Miss Frilly Pink Crazy Bitch Tits.
Oh my god, what is her name? Yumi?
Yui.
on.
No,
Yui.
not Yui.
No.
No.
Hold on. Yui is Angel
You mean the
Beats.
music
Nui.
one? Oh,
Nui.
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 I
Yeah,
don't like Nui.
Nui Harime.
Yeah. For some reason, everything about her should bother me, but doesn't for some
My
reason.
eye is
I'm-
twitching.
I'm with Ven because when I look at Nui, and don't take this personally, Shao, because I know you enjoy this character very much. When I look at Nui, I'm sorry. When I look at Nui, and I see her character, she reminds me of either Harley Quinn or the Joker.
No, I can see that. It's just I don't like her because of I think there's one isolated thing that she did that makes me not like her. I don't hate her. I only hate one character in the show.
That's the mother, for
Yeah.
obvious reasons. But it's because she's hated that we can say she did her job
Yeah.
well.
It's a respectful hatred.
And to be fair, honestly, okay, in the end, I probably would say, all things considered, Nui is closer to me liking her than disliking her.
There you go.
Okay.
We got a little off topic. You didn't really say what makes Kill la Kill good to you, though.
That's just it, though. I don't know what makes it good to me.
You can't put your thumb on it?
No,
It's kind of
it's like what
it's kind of like Gurren Lagann.
it's exactly what I said. It does everything so wrong that it comes out right.
Okay,
I
forgot.
think I
you
can
s-
put it
I
into
forgot you said
words.
that.
It's kind
Go
of
on.
similar to what they did with Gurren Lagann. You see, Gurren Lagann walked a fine line between over-the-top ridiculous and serious enough to where you can actually enjoy it as a story. It walked that line beautifully
Yes.
and managed to create a masterpiece out of this.
Yeah.
Kill la Kill, they went into this, said, fuck your line, we do what we want, just try to stop us.
Yeah, it kind of felt like they were, because I don't know if other people agree, but I don't know. Gurren Lagann is kind of, I know it's a mech show and all that stuff. I kind of see it as its own type of genre, though, in a way.
Yeah.
Because there's really nothing else like it except for Kill la Kill, and
and
maybe
even then,
FLCL.
Kill la Kill is only somewhat comparable.
I think Kill la Kill could be in the same genre.
Yeah, same genre,
Whatever.
but completely
Yeah,
different.
Whatever
I
the
will
genre
admit
is.
I liked Gurren Lagann more, and I talked about this earlier today with Neko. I liked Gurren Lagann more. I think Kill la Kill had a much better first episode.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
What I enjoyed about Kill la Kill, and this is probably because I'm an action. Fuck, what's the word for it?
Junkie.
Yeah, I'm an action junkie. I have to have my.
Oh
action.
yeah, no, the action in Kill la Kill was beautiful.
Yes, it was.
Oh, that's right. We'll talk about the characters after we're all done going through our thoughts.
Yes.
It's fine. Kill la Kill. I'll agree that it does have a bit of a slow start, but I'll disagree in that it wasn't necessarily good until further into the series, and it took too long to get good. Because I'm gonna draw a comparison, kind of wrongly, but also correctly, to Steins Gate in that sense.
Okay, I can see where you're coming from with that, actually.
Steins Gate took 12
I see where you're going with
episodes for
it.
shit to get real. Not saying it wasn't good.
It was
I
still
fucking
worth a
love
watch.
Steins Gate. Steins Gate is in my top 10. In the
Yeah,
in the very least.
yeah.
Spoiler alert for
It's
our
in my
future
top
videos.
3.
Steins Gate. 12 episodes to get fucking real. Just slap you in the face with bullshit. Kill la Kill does kind of the same thing. In spoiler alert, clothes taking over the world.
Yeah. I would say
Another
the
case of. Oh, go ahead.
I would say that I do know what you're going for. I think one of the reasons why I didn't bother, because it bothers me slightly. It would bother me more if Kill la Kill weren't more episodic up until the point where I thought it got good.
Yeah.
Because it was very episodic until that point, and I don't mind that, but I was waiting for the story to kick in because I knew there was one.
That's some place where it's kind of very
And-
different from Steins Gate.
Yeah, I do understand where
Yeah.
you're going, though. I totally get it, and
It's also kind of like Ruby in a sense. Let's be honest. As huge of a fan as I am of Ruby,
and
if
you're
any
a
of you
huge
were to look
freaking
in,
fan.
if anyone were to look in my room right now, they would think I'm a fucking fanatic. I'm serious.
Yeah,
But
he has this
completionist thing. I have all the figures, all the posters. I just went overboard with Ruby. But anyway, Ruby has a shit story right now.
Yeah.
We have the background, and we have characters introduced. However, as it stands, characters have not been developed well enough, and it bothers me. Kill la Kill is kind of like that in a sense. It's just distracting you with all the pretty lights while they work on the story in the background. And then once the story hits... Oh, I knocked my headset off. Once the story hits, it's going to hit you hard. And I know that's probably why I like Ruby. And the
Yeah.
same reason I like Kill la Kill. It was slapping me in the face with all the pretty lights. I'm like, oh my god, this show looks great. I know something's coming. And then something came, and I was just like, oh, fuck yes. Oh. Yeah, I'm grunting a lot. I understand this. I also have a headache, so I'm having a hard time thinking.
Yeah. I totally had something to say and I forgot what it was. God damn it.
You were saying something about characters.
No. Because
Saving that for after.
I guess Ven kind of chimed in with his thoughts throughout what we were saying.
Go on, Ben.
Oh,
Well, not all of them, I'm sure, but
Well, my thought on Kill la Kill, I absolutely loved it. At first, like...
okay. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I can barely hear you guys. I'm pretty sure the recording will be fine, but it's bothering me.
Yeah, I think there's some lag right now.
That's odd. Maybe it's just Skype?
I hope it's just Skype. Actually, it will be just Skype. It's the internet.
It could be me. My internet's been fucking ridiculous all day.
Here's the thing. I can hear you guys both just fine.
See, when I'm listening to you, it goes.
Yeah, no, that's how you guys sound to me right now.
Think more wub electronic, like.
Oh, it's roboting.
Yeah, it's roboting.
I don't know. The listeners of this won't understand why we're complaining right now, I'm sure.
I'm sure too.
Here, I think I might have a solution for this. Let's essentially hit pause on the podcast right now and continue off of when I was about to...
Wait.
Go ahead.
It fixed itself.
It did?
Yes.
Not on my end.
Not on your end? Give it a moment. It's lag. I could tell it's lag.
Oh, okay. It is getting better.
There we go. Okay.
So should we just cut that part out since it was kind of just rambling?
No, let's keep that in.
Hello?
Wait.
Rambling about nonsense or raving about nonsense.
That's my
raving about
territory.
nonsense.
This is talking about crap here.
Regardless.
We can ramble a little.
A little?
Kill a kill.
Yeah, kill a kill. I personally ended up really loving the show. I watched the first episode on its release date because I thought, oh my god, the creators of Gurren Lagann are making another series. This is fucking awesome.
I'm sure that was all of our thoughts.
And I was worried, though, because I was thinking, okay, I shouldn't get my hopes up. I get into it and think, after the first episode, I thought, they're trying too hard to recreate Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got that vibe, too.
Yeah.
But at the
That's
same
not
time,
a bad thing.
I saw potential. And I decided, I don't like it as much early on, but then again, Gurren Lagann I didn't like that much early on.
Yeah.
So I decided to give it a chance, went through it, kept going, and it was around episode 5 that I really started to like it, because that's when it stopped becoming so episodic. I was afraid there was going to be, this episode we fight this captain, and this episode we fight this captain.
And to this one we fight this captain, and then lose, but then beat him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to get on the episodic topic real quick for Kill la Kill. Yeah, it did seem episodic, but I think they did that on purpose to
they did.
to make fun of the episodic shows.
Exactly.
And also to introduce characters.
Yeah, and they handled it well, and it was around episode 5 that things became a bit more continuous. It was around the time that she took on the first of the Elite Four.
Shout out to Pokemon.
I always call them the Elite Four. Sometimes I say
and
Four
now
Divas,
Nintendo
but
wants money from our podcast.
either way,
Damn it, man.
when
Damn
she
it,
took on
me.
the first of the 4 divas, was when it started to pick up for me. It's like, okay, we're getting some character development for these background characters.
I'm sorry, character development for background characters?
Yes.
That's unheard of.
Yeah.
But
No,
that's unheard of, except for a certain arc from Ruby. A certain Jean arc.
I actually
if you're
get
gonna do that,
joke.
at least make the voice.
I'm sorry. Should I just try and Jean arc it? I have man, my headache's even interfering with that. Hold on. Well, the name's Jean Arc. Short, sweet, rolls off the tongue. Ladies love it.
He cosplayed as this character.
And
John
it
did
worked.
quite well.
It worked. You should have seen me at RTX, guys. You should have seen me.
Yeah.
I still need to make a new cosplay. Last time I cosplayed was when I did Stein.
I
Do it
never
again.
fully cosplayed, but I have to get on it.
Either way, continuing on Kill la Kill.
Yes.
I personally really enjoyed it. Around that same episode 11-ish was when it really hit me of... Specifically, when Nui showed up and it started showing Ragyo in the background. I might be butchering that name, but that's approximately right. When it started showing them in the background was when I realized there's so much more going on than this simple academy.
Yeah, that's why I started liking it, because I was like, okay, finally the story's picking up. I want to see this.
At that point, the dew droplets were gathering on the web.
Jesus.
Huh.
It's one way of looking at it.
Yeah.
That's
Because
deep.
like, okay, we have a fly caught in the web, but you can't see the web just yet. So you wait and wait throughout the night, and then come the morning, the dew has formed, and you can see everything.
Well,
Once again, that's deep.
So meta.
the thing is, for me, I really started to... Like, I was enjoying the show. Like, I was thinking it was okay up until the fights with the 4 divas.
Oh,
when it had
yeah,
the
no,
first one, when you start to get the background
Okay, yeah,
of these
that
characters,
I totally forgot they
they
developed
joined her.
those guys that early on. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I remembered that just now.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great.
Like, honestly, I don't remember all of their names. I have trouble with anyone other than Gamagori and Nanan.
Gamagori, the attention!
By the way,
I'm a drill sergeant, but I'm also a masochist.
By the way, I don't remember who the voice actor's name is. It's the guy who had his eyes sewed shut.
Yes.
Yes.
In the dub, he is perfect.
Really?
Oh yeah.
His voice is perfect.
I haven't seen
the
the
dub.
dub. I haven't seen the dub, but I saw trailers and clips of it, and I was just like, "Oh my god, they got him perfect."
Oh yeah.
Why
yeah.
could
No,
they
in
not
my
have
head,
gotten everyone else?
yeah, no, that was my headcanon for his character. So I was like, "Oh my god, they did it."
So, they developed those characters. I thought, okay, this is more of what I want to see. I guess technically it was like around episode 5 or 6. No, it was actually right before they started developing the divas that they gave Ryoko some backstory, how her father was killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was when it started. Okay, that's when it went from worth watching to actually good. I'm enjoying this. Then
got
it
some
hits the
backstory.
4. Then it gets past the 4 divas to Nui, and I think, oh my god, they just expanded this world so much. There's so much potential here.
Yes.
And then they fulfilled that potential by episode 17.
Oh my god, yeah. When it turned out, spoiler alert, you were already warned at the beginning, so that's the last time I'm
Yeah.
gonna say it.
We're probably gonna say that plenty of times, but we don't care.
Spoiler. Spoiler.
The only people we
alert.
won't spoil on shit are the people that are in the podcast themselves.
Hence why they're holding
Yeah.
back with Ruby. I haven't finished
Exactly.
it yet.
Mm-hmm. You freaking bastard. But anyway, spoiler alert, clothes take over the world. It
But-
turns out that all these clothes are being made out of living alien fibers. And these fibers influence the evolution of mankind so that they could have the brain capacity to be able to feed off of them. And then once the Earth was conquered, the planet would be destroyed, and then the spores would the planet would explode, spreading more of their spores throughout the galaxy.
Am I the only one who thought of Fairly Odd Parents with that? Those fucking bunny things?
No, that sounds like. Yeah.
Oh my god.
What do you do when you suck the planet dry? Simple. Blow the planet up and move on to the next one.
Oh my god,
Um,
Kill la Kill is Fairly Odd Parents.
Obviously.
They both make about as much sense.
Let's be
Oh,
honest.
No.
I actually have to make. I just have to say this, because I've thought about it. I actually have thought about it pretty hard to figure out who my favorite character is, because I like to pick out who my favorite character is in each anime. I don't know why. It's just something I do.
Go on.
And I really like Satsuki's character.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hated her at first, but then after the finger fucking scene,
We're gonna pretend we never saw that. By the way, I'm wondering how they're gonna work that onto Toonami.
That episode lost its way big time.
shout out to Giguk.
Okay, let's just do shout out to Podtaku, because that's where we got the idea. We're not ripping
Alright.
it off. We just thought this would be fun.
It is fun. I'm
It
enjoying
is.
myself.
Yeah, I am.
But yeah, after the finger fucking scene, we did get even before the finger fucking scene, we were getting some really great development with Satsuki. And
Yeah.
I'm just gonna summarize something so that you all can get my point of view. What makes a great anime for me is a satisfying beginning, middle, and end, great character development, and depth. And Kill la Kill fulfilled all of that for me.
Okay,
even if they
yes,
left
it-
some gaps. Even if they left some gaps.
Yeah, it's kind of like what I said in my No Game No Life review. Shameless plug. It's kind of like what I said in there. We don't know everything about the characters, but we know enough to understand them and to like them.
Yes.
And that's really all you need.
We don't need to know everything about them. We don't need to know their bust size. We don't need to know their height. We don't need to know what their favorite fucking foods are. We just need to know their
Apparently They all
names.
like dumpster food.
We just, god damn it, we need to know their names and who they are as people, and we need to see how they develop as a person, so that
And
we can see the
motivation.
final. Yes, motivation, but that kind of falls into the who they are as a person.
Yeah. Okay, I am gonna say also I can't think of a single episode that I did not like in Kill la Kill.
I could think of a few.
The only episode that I somewhat didn't like was the No Late Day episode. That was as episodic as it got.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was just plain filler.
Yeah,
However,
no,
I still find it hilarious to see Mako with a machine gun.
Yeah.
That made
Okay.
that episode worth it.
Okay, I'm just gonna make this perfectly clear. I don't hate Mako. I really, really want to, but I don't hate her. In fact, I like her a little bit.
Same.
Actually, I've never thought that there would be a character that, from first appearance, because I was watching reviews of Kill la Kill before I even considered the show, because I thought, it may be Trigger, but it may be just them trying to find their way.
You're gonna keep making that joke, aren't you?
No, that was the only time, I swear.
You made
I'm
it
not
already
gonna...
before this.
Did I?
That was me.
Was it you?
That
Yes,
was
Oh yeah,
it
it was you. All right.
It's your turn, Ventus. Ben, damn it. God
That's
damn
another
it.
smack.
That's two.
I'm sorry.
Two
Do you
slots.
see? I have the name sitting in front of me on a fucking monitor.
If you have to put a W, go for it.
No, I mean like on your Skype name is
Right.
it's I'm gonna say it just for the sake of how it looks to me, not that I'm calling you it. I see Ventus. I don't see Ventus. I know it's Ventus in my head, but I see Ventus because I call you Ben and God damn it.
Moving on.
Fucking
Yes.
angry Neko. Fuming right now. I need to open a window. It's fucking hot in here.
You
Hold
just
on
got-
a second.
And you, dear listeners, just got a sneak preview of one of Angry Neko's rants.
Fucking names. Fucking Germans and their W's and V's and what the fuck.
Not German. It's Latin.
I don't care.
Anyway.
I don't care.
Yeah, no, but honestly, my favorite character in that entire show is Satsuki, and it's just because... Part of it, I think, is the music. I love her theme.
My favorite character, oddly enough, is the shirt. Is it Junketsu or Senketsu?
Senketsu is Ryuko's, and Junketsu is the one who never fucking spoke, which bothered me.
Yeah, I was hoping it would, but...
I think the reason he didn't spoke was he was intentionally made mute.
I do believe that's why he didn't spoke.
Because think of it like this. You have the good shirt, which is Junketsu, and then you have Senketsu.
Senketsu
who's-
is a good one.
Yes. Wait. God damn it. Their
And
names
we
are
can't
fucking too
we can't
identical.
Senketsu
describe them
means
by their
fresh blood,
colors
and
because of
Junketsu
what
means purity.
colors they are.
Okay.
By the way,
Okay.
I want to point out one quick thing.
Senketsu. Go on.
All right, with Junketsu, remember the
Yes.
scene when Satsuki
Yeah.
betrayed her mother,
Yes.
and her mother comes back,
Yes.
and her mother rips Junketsu off of her.
Yes.
Do you notice how she ripped Junketsu off of her?
Yep.
No.
Her mother
Dude,
rubbed her crotch.
God damn it. Then.
Junketsu is called purity. Her mother took away her purity.
I.
Protect
I
your
can't.
modesty, people.
Shout out to Sekire.
Shout out to shout outs.
Oh wow, Ven. I didn't even notice that. Wow.
I actually
shit
do
ton of
remember that
symbolism in that
one,
show.
that part, and I thought it was clever when I.
I promise I didn't read it from TV tropes.
Oh, you cheater!
Okay. Back on topic. Senketsu is the bad one, right?
Good one.
God damn it! Just fucking. Okay. Senketsu is the good one, but he could speak.
Yes. Only to Ryuko.
Here's some more symbolism now that you got me thinking about it. Junketsu couldn't speak.
Hmm?
Speak no evil.
Hmm.
He was the evil one. And now think of it this way. You're basically melding minds when you're wearing one of those shirts. I forget what
Goku
they're called. I'm sorry.
uniforms.
It's been too long since I watched it.
Yep. Or
no,
god
no.
robes.
No. Goku uniforms were what the Elite Four were wearing.
Yep. And what she was wearing
What
was called
they-
a god robe.
Yeah, a god robe, but there was a specific name, but we'll go with the god robe. Junketsu, being a god robe, you're basically melding your mind
Yes.
with it. because it's sentient. Imagine the devil constantly whispering in your ear. Constantly.
But
and
here's
there's
the thing.
nothing you could do about it.
Because we never heard Junketsu speak, we don't know if it's really evil. I mean,
I got the impression that it was, just because of the way it acted. Like, actions speak louder than words any day.
oh yeah.
And Junketsu, just the way it attacked her when she first gave it its her blood. God damn, I can't speak.
I will
I'm
give
sorry.
you that one, actually.
Wait, Senketsu
way he
attacked Ryuko when it first came.
No, Senketsu
No,
didn't
Senketsu
attack.
raped Ryoko.
Yeah, he fucking stripped her naked and forced himself on her. Literally.
He did, but he didn't try to kill her.
Yeah,
This is true.
that's why I said I'm actually going to give you this one.
Junketsu did attempt to kill Satsuki.
Yeah.
Satsuki.
I'm sorry.
Isuke.
Look, man. It's fucking hot in here, and I've got a headache, and it's not
but
helping me.
I'm not angry at you or anything. I'm just gonna.
I
correct
know.
you.
I'm just making excuses at this point because I'm a goddamn cat, and it's too. I'm a cat. I get uncomfortable very easily. Yeah.
People in the comments, please don't correct him. We have enough of that in the podcast.
Fuck off.
You have opened the
I guarantee
floodgates,
if there are gonna be comments,
Neko.
they're already correcting us before.
But now
Oh,
that
you know people clicked on it and they're just hovering over the keyboards. What, are they going to screw up? They're going to say something wrong.
those
What
of
is
you
it?
watching shout out to the future people watching this.
Shout out to the people that I don't know why you're watching this.
Shout out to shout outs.
Shout out to shit.
All right. So Kill la Kill, with its symbolism, now that you had me thinking about it, I was like, oh, speak no evil. And also, the guy who took his eyes, see no evil.
Was there someone who was deaf?
Well,
Non-non.
the girl
Ryuko-
had
Not
Ryuko
deaf.
Remember?
refused to listen to anyone.
No, remember,
Non
her-
wasn't deaf, but
But her music, her attack was sonic.
And it was focused
So
on
bi-
drowning out her opponent's sound.
Exactly. Hear no evil.
Interesting. That
But
might be
we
stretching
also
it though, honestly.
But we also have the speak no evil from the computer guy who's constantly covering his mouth with his shirt.
What? Oh yeah.
The computer nerd.
the frog.
So there's a lot of symbolism in Kill la Kill, which is another reason that I freaking love it. I love anything with symbolism in it. Especially Ruby. My god, there's a shit ton of it in Ruby.
I think Kill la Kill is a lot deeper than it seems, but not as deep as people try to make it sound.
I'm not trying to make it too deep. I'm not gonna lie. I did just remember the hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil, and do no evil from a website that I read about
Okay.
10 facts about Kill la Kill.
You're both cheating.
I did just remember that. I
There's no
did
such thing as
just remember
cheating.
that.
We're just taking advantage of resources.
Yes. So you could also take the do no evil from the guy who binds himself.
And then
Gamagori.
freaks the fuck out.
Gamagori's...
Kamagori.
Okay, does anyone know his actual size? Like, to scale, how big he's supposed to be?
Yeah, I do actually. It's bigger than you. That is his official size. Is he's bigger
I
than
can
whoever
see
is
that.
next to him.
I think his official scale is 7 foot. I can Google it.
I still
I
think
can Google it. Hold on.
I think my favorite bit of fan art of Kill la Kill. I saw it long before I saw the show, since it was out around.
Gamagori.
Go ahead.
He is 19 years old, and there is no official measurements of him.
I'm going with the official measurement of bigger than the
I
person next to
I
him.
have to say this. I liked the part where, like, I think it's when they found out Satsuki was alive and he stood up really quickly and his head bashed into the ceiling. And he didn't react to it. He just stood up.
Yeah.
Yep. And here's a bit of fan art that I saw though. It was, since this was coming out around the same time Attack on Titan was, it has the colossal Titan peering over the wall like it did on episode 1. Then has Gamagori just show up and stare him down.
Oh my god.
Oh, that is so perfect.
It's perfect.
People,
So-
if you want to leave the podcast, you should leave it to find that image.
Okay, so we all agree, Kill la Kill is fucking awesome.
Yes.
Kill la Kill kicks ass la ass.
You should have saved that joke for your review.
I'm gonna use it in my review.
I know, but now people already know the jokes. And they're like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
There's almost
who
no
knows?
point in watching the review once the discussion's finished.
That's true, but we didn't necessarily review. We just kind of like rambled on and brought up different points.
Yeah, gave a few thoughts, not necessarily rating it.
Yeah, I'd say something about No Game, No Life, but because I put my review out today, I'm not sick of talking about it, but
I listen to the opening theme of that show every single day.
oh, I
I
still
need
do
to
too.
get that theme.
It's that theme and the second opening to Kill la Kill, the full versions of both, are really hard to find. At least I had
Yeah.
trouble finding them.
So I guess we've just segued into No Game, No Life.
No Game, No Life.
Kill la Kill's done. We all thought it was awesome. It had its issues, but otherwise it was a great show, and it's definitely worth watching.
No Game, No Life is another show that I feel like I shouldn't have liked. But it was
I-
absolutely amazing.
The only
Well,
reason...
not that I shouldn't have liked it, but I thought it was going to be average.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be... I didn't go into it with no expectations like you did. I went in it with the expectation of this is going to be a show I expect it to be mediocre because, let's be honest, most anime these days usually is.
Well, it's because they put out like 20 to 40 anime
I'm
per
looking at
season.
you, 90% of Moe.
But I like the Moe.
I know you do. This is a problem.
But I like the problem.
Stop
Have you
it.
by chance actually seen Motherfucking T?
I haven't seen Motherfucking T. I only need to see images of Motherfucking T
In case you
order
don't
to
know, they're
understand
talking
how
about
adorable
K-On!
it is.
They're talking about K-On!
Motherfucking T. That is
I
our
refuse to watch that show. Refuse.
I actually might watch it sometime just to see if it's actually as bad.
The
Yeah.
only
If I-
time I'm going to watch K-On! Is if I'm going to do a review on it as the Angry Neko, which I don't think I will. If I do have to review it, it will be from mass requests.
I will probably end up doing it. I won't review it. I almost definitely won't review it. I will probably watch it after watching something disturbing as fuck in order to recover.
Watch it after Higurashi then.
I was gonna watch it actually after what's it called?
Shout out to Impending Death.
I was going to watch it after. What's the show? Shit. I can always just remember Music Box.
Music
Music
Box.
What's that?
Oh, Elfin
That's
Lead.
the one.
Oh, I haven't watched that yet.
Yeah, no, disturbing as fuck. I was gonna watch it after that.
Damn it.
Needs to be more. That's all I can say. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
I went the completely different direction with that. I was like, okay, I finished watching School Days. I need blood. So I watched Higurashi.
I feel
then I
the
watched
need to see
Elfen
things
Lied.
killed.
Well, I watched Higurashi, then I watched the original Hellsing, then Elfin Lead, then Hellsing Ultimate.
I have only watched the first season of Higurashi no Nakoni, which
Yeah.
I regret. I need to watch all of it. All of it. Because I'm fucking confused.
Yeah, you need to finish it, Ven. You need to start it.
Do you guys
Van.
want me to watch that or Ruby?
Ruby.
Ruby first, because we have our reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll say those in that video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Ruby though.
Good. You should.
That's good.
I think you'll understand why I like it after hearing your speech about potential.
Yeah.
You'll understand. But we'll get on that in the Ruby episode, which will be the next episode. For our own reasons. But anyway, we were on No Game, No Life.
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say that was our discussion on No Game, No Life and segue to something else, but I didn't know.
We didn't really discuss No Game No Life. We kind of just brought up the name.
Yeah.
Well, you and I, Ven, we didn't discuss the Dragon Ball Z movie coming out either.
I
You talked
was-
about random shit and then said that was our discussion about it.
I was discussing my expectations of the show, and then
Right.
kind of segued into randomness with
I apologize.
K-On!
I don't have to apologize for that.
I know you don't. All right, don't worry about apologizing. So my expectation of it was it's gonna be another Moe show.
Why did you think it would be a Moe show?
The little girl,
Shiro?
Shiro.
Shiro. I'm sorry, I'm not good with names. You guys will understand this in my videos. I'm gonna have fucking notes in front of me when I'm recording. This is
Oh,
why
no,
I'm
no,
going to be
but-
do. It's part of the
no.
reason I want to do animated characters instead of me in front of a camera. One, it's unique. Two, I can't speak for shit in front of a camera.
Yeah, I have this strange knack for remembering fictional names, not real ones.
I realized actually just this morning that thing is I have trouble remembering all names. Somehow this morning I realized, like on my way to work, listening to the opening theme to that show, and I thought, I just realized I know the names of just about every character in that show. I remember Sora, I remember Shiro, I remember Steph, I remember Tet. Now Tet is
Tet's
one
another. Tet is another reason I thought it was going to be a Moe show.
Why did you think? Okay, I'm confused.
Tet looks like a girl.
You should have heard me the very moment
Oh
I saw
god,
Tet.
that was funny.
I mean, Shadow was with me when I was watching No Game No Life, and Ted shows up on screen like, "Oh my god, she's so cute," and he was just like, "It's a guy."
Trap.
I just immediately went, "Tet,
Repeat. Trap.
dude."
Shout out to Angel Beats. That's where I got that from.
I activated their trap card.
Am I the only one that thought Tet looked like a guy and didn't seem cute?
No.
Tet looks kind of like a girl, but I figured he was a guy pretty
Right.
quick.
So my expectation was Moe. My god, was I completely proven wrong.
There was fan service, plenty of it.
Yeah.
No, actually, I can disagree with that. The only fan service I really saw was with
Gibriel?
no. Well, yes. Oh my god, Gabriel is my No Game No Life waifu.
Everybody likes her. She's like, to me. She's good. But
Okay, looks wise, she's my waifu, but in terms of like, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna have to change my mind to the Fox Lady. Not the
Which
little
one?
girl one. Not the little girl one. The freaking Shrine Maiden.
we saw like
Oh
nothing of
my.
her, though. I want to see more of her.
I know, but here's the thing, and this is why No Game No Life has lost literally 1 point for me. Maybe 2. We don't know if there will be a second season, and there is no plan to make a second season just yet. Why?
Because Madhouse?
1, because Madhouse. 2, because this was clearly advertising for the original source material and nothing more.
It is unfortunate. They haven't planned anything else. I hope to God they make another season of this. Because
Hopefully
it's
the pop-
so good.
I mean, people have been talking about it, but then again, people were talking
Yeah.
about High School of the Dead.
Good point.
So honestly, I have no faith in Studio Madhouse when it comes to making more than 1 season.
Yeah, neither do I. Ven and I talked about this a little bit during the episode Not One as well. Actually, it was the highlight I put on my own YouTube channel as
The
well.
torches and pitchforks?
Yeah, it was involved in that. It kicked off from me going, my God, they're behind on their ships.
I remember that.
Yep. Same inflections and everything. But yeah. Yeah, that does bother me. No Game, No Life. Yeah, the ending leaves a lot to be desired, and we have no idea if they'll deliver on that desire.
That's one of the shows that they may as well have written to be continued on it. Freaking Sekirei second season.
It sucks to be you, doesn't it?
Heavily.
Oh, speaking of Sekirei, I'm going to segue into this for a moment. Ven, why don't you tell them the story of your mother and Sekirei?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a story.
Oh my God!
a good
okay.
one.
Ven is legendary
Okay.
with this. Okay.
True story on this. You see, Sekirei was, for one thing, the second anime I ever watched. And for those of you who haven't seen it, it has a lot of fan service. And by a lot of fan service, I mean the characters are more often
It's
nude.
light hentai. It's light hentai.
Pretty
The
much.
characters in it
no
are more
fucking-
often nude than they are clothed. I'm not even joking.
Except, oddly enough, the little girl.
She technically had one nude scene, but she was covered in bubbles, so you couldn't see anything.
Like I said, except for the little girl.
Which is one thing where No Game No Life should have taken some pointers.
Yeah.
She's 11, for fuck's sake. Look, I will admit, she's adorable.
Oh my god, she's so cute!
She's absolutely adorable, and
I did
if
not
if she were 7 years older, or if I were several years younger, I would want to pursue a relationship. But as it stands,
She wouldn't be my waifu. She would be
my
I got this from when I was talking to you, Ven. She wouldn't be my waifu. She'd
Yep.
be my mascot.
No. I'm sorry to forget this. I'm forgetting a lot because of the headache. What's the word for little sister?
Imoto.
She would be my imoto.
I would have her as a mascot.
Okay.
Simple as that.
Well, screw you guys.
Still, back to the Sekiro story.
The TAC Cast mascot.
No, the TAC Cast mascot is gonna be something else. We just haven't figured out what it is yet.
We're gonna have a mascot?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yes.
Well, now that we've said it, we
damn
have to have one. Users, would you like to submit
it's all
ideas?
part of the plan. The Neko plan.
Either way.
Excuse me?
I mean, the Shadow plan. Neko's for the win.
I brought you into this podcast. I can take you out.
Good luck with that, bitch.
And I'm gonna be here selling
It's
popcorn
as easy as
and
deleting
tickets
the
to this
audio
fight.
file.
Oh, I'm sorry. We were interrupting Ben's Sekirei mother story.
Yes.
Oh, God. No, let's not do that
So,
again. Okay.
what happened
go.
was, since I enjoyed the show, I decided to get it on DVD. It was my first anime I ever got on DVD. Problem was, it's kind of hard to come by these DVDs, so I had to special order it from a shop down in Colorado Springs. When I went to go buy this,
We live in
this
Colorado.
FYI.
DVD, I was still like, what, 15 at the time? Jesus. Either way, my mom bought it for me. On the case, it says boobies for the win. She bought it and didn't notice.
It
Is your
doesn't
mother
stop
oblivious?
here.
Not that oblivious, honestly. Then it continues. I went home and I watched it, and at one point, I decided to test something. You see, it started with, on the way home, like I was at work, or at my mom's work rather, I was just staying there on day off, decided to watch the show, and I didn't finish it before I got home, so I decided to watch it on the car ride home. Sitting in the front seat next to her. She didn't notice. I don't know how this happened, but I realized how is she not noticing this? So I decided to test it. I started watching it in like more open areas of the house, just on my laptop, and somehow she would always walk by on a scene where there was no fan service, which is a goddamn miracle with that show.
Yeah, that's like 5% of the show.
Okay, I'm going to tell this part of the story. Because this is the part that is the highlight for me. One time, Ben had it on his TV
Living room.
in the living room. Boobies. Just bare naked boobies. His mom walks in right as they get off the screen.
Yep. Every
Right as
single
it
time.
flashes to another
I've
scene.
done this 5 times. I've tested. There is some sort of magical force about Sekirei that makes it so that she cannot see it. I don't know how this happens. I have no way of proving this.
Have you tried pausing it and leaving it?
I haven't. I'm not that brave or stupid. I'm pretty stupid, but I'm
Yeah, I
not
was gonna-
that stupid.
You know what? I've never asked myself this before, and never asked you this either. What the fuck do you think's gonna happen if she did see?
By the point when I was really trying to see how far I could get, I didn't care.
You were just like, what
Hang
the
on, I gotta
fuck?
adjust my headset.
You do
Oh
that?
my god. Should I also tell the story of anime endings with my mother? This is more of one of the. This is just like a rant from me, really.
But I'm so glad I brought this up.
Something similar along those lines. My mother just seems to have random affiliations with anime. The other one that she has is somehow, without fail, whenever I am going to watch the final episode of an anime, my mom will walk in the second half of it. Without fail. Completely ruining the moment.
Well, that's annoying.
Now, here's the thing. It happened consistently with every single show that I have watched. I'm not exaggerating on this. It has happened every single time. Now, this may seem a bit odd considering that I have watched anime, let's see, out in the middle of nowhere, which is where we lived, and she happened to come home during the final episode.
What the hell?
And, oh, no, that's one of the normal ones. I have watched it just normally in her home. She's just in the other room, and she walks in. That's when it really started to annoy me, and I got kind of pissed when she walked in one time. I got more angry than I should have, and she was angry at me for that, and I ended up talking to her about it as to why it's a problem for me as it ruins the moment. She understood and told me every time that I'm going to watch the final episode of the show, just tell her she won't walk in. Tried that, she walks in. Twice.
I think she did it on purpose. She told you to tell her so that she would know when to ruin it for you to teach you a lesson.
Now, continuing off that, I went to college for a while.
Yeah.
I got a phone call from her during the second half of the final episode.
It's like she knows. Mother's intuition.
Dude. Okay, if she apparently the universe went okay. If she's not going to see the fan service in Sekirei, she's just going to screw up every other anime.
Oh, did I mention she did it with Sekirei too?
I think karma just bit you in the ass, man.
Now, here came my desperate attempt at it. Let's see, which anime was it? It wasn't Kill la Kill. It was one I watched after Kill la Kill. Actually, no, it was No Game No Life.
Oh no.
So I decided to watch the final episode at 3 in the morning. She goes to bed at 10. I was dead silent through the entire episode. I had lights off, made it look like I was asleep. Halfway through, she wakes up, opens the door, and says, "Why are you still awake?" I'm always awake!
Yeah, we are not. I'm nocturnal. I am completely nocturnal.
My sleep cycle comes and goes.
I go to sleep at 5 in the morning. Period.
Yeah.
I do too, and I'm usually not
Another
even working
reason
on
why I
anything.
not like No Game No Life. Middle of the day equals middle of the night.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with those things said, we should get on to the actual discussion topic.
Yeah,
of
we
this
have come to the hour mark.
podcast.
How long are these podcasts intended to be?
However long.
Let's go for like 2 hours at most.
Yeah. Because episode 1, not 1, is 2 hours.
Okay. So, back to the main topic.
If we go over, that's fine, though. Yes, so, things, basically just things in general we would like to see as an anime.
I guess we should explain that the last hour of discussion was not the topic.
No, it was not. We are going to systematically ramble for an hour or half hour to an hour and then go on to the main topic for the second half hour to hour. Probably hour.
If it goes longer, I apologize to everyone involved in this, including myself.
Especially
Right.
to yourself. You're the one editing this shit.
All right. I've got a
Yeah.
little clearer thoughts on this now because the headache's starting to go away now that I've got the window open. I guess I'm just overheating.
Yeah, I have that problem. I'm sitting under a heat vent right now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I'm wearing a jacket. I'm always wearing a jacket, though. Seriously,
Take
I
off
always
the
am.
jacket.
I don't
No.
wear
Take it
clothing
off.
when I make reviews or anything of the sort.
Well,
It is
I
a
wear
part of
pants.
me.
Sometimes.
that's good to know. Okay, so I'll re-explain the main topic in case everyone's forgotten, which I doubt you have, but if you have,
Shout out to Nudist Beach.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, I had to. I couldn't. That was perfect. Oh my god.
I know you did. God damn it, Ben. Shout out to Free.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Ben.
Yeah?
Ben, do you secretly want to be a part of Free?
Fuck no, I'd gladly be a part of Nudist Beach, though.
Alright.
I have to be honest, without reading subtitles,
Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body.
what have I
Girl,
done?
look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. They're
Oh.
sexy and they know it.
Oh my god.
They work
What have
out.
I Okay.
Okay, seriously.
So-
we have to move on to the main topic.
Yeah, eventually.
All right, re-explaining. The main topic is whatever you think could make a good source material for an anime. It can be a comic book or a book in general. It can be a drawing you saw. It can be
Can be, yeah. It just can't be something
be
that has already been into an
He's avoiding
anime.
saying childhood
Been made
toy.
into an anime already.
yeah. So,
Okay,
Shadow, you can go ahead and start. Ven will go
Let's see.
third because he's fucking weird.
Respect the threes.
Hey Ven, your mic is kind of.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I had to step away for a minute. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm trying to decide between two of these.
Do you remember? Do you remember what we talked about the first try?
Yes.
I do. Should we just go with that again?
Yeah, let's go with that again. But since we messed up, we'll let you go twice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wait. If he goes twice, then I have to go after him because that means third.
Yep.
Well, okay, we'll go Shadow, then me, then you, and then Tyler again. I mean Shadow. God damn it.
You got it right the first time around.
No, I said Tyler the first time.
Did you? I thought you said
Yes.
Shadow, then
No.
then you, then me, then Tyler. Oh,
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Doesn't
I said-
matter. Doesn't
I
matter.
said
I've been
Shadow,
thinking
then
of.
me, then you, then Tyler.
Doesn't matter. I've been thinking of getting my actual name out there anyway. So
Okay.
I do have a real life name.
Yes, his real life name is Tyler. Mine is Blaine.
and I'm actually
and-
Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not saying what. Yeah.
Okay, my birth name is different, but nobody calls me that, and I hate the name, so I refuse to tell people it.
Dude, I forget you even. I forget Ven isn't your name.
As far
I've
as I'm
only
concerned,
forgot-
it is my name.
You should get it legally changed then.
I don't want to do that for fear of pissing off my parents.
When you're moved out. What about
I'm guessing
legally
they have their reasons. So
Why not adding it to your name?
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah. That way you don't change anything. You just have two middle names now.
I can do this at some point. I'm too lazy to do it, so I will almost likely never will.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
so,
Shadow?
we're gonna take turns with this, obviously.
Yeah.
But my first thought is Vocaloid, which I'm fairly certain there's an audience for a Vocaloid anime.
Yeah, pretty certain.
I'm not sure, like, who's this Hatune Meku?
Go on.
No, I think it would actually be a really good idea. I'm gonna go into the two different ways that it could be made. If it was made into like full-length episodes, it would have to be some sort of slice of life show that explores the pop star side of it. But not all the characters are teenagers, which is both good and bad because it wouldn't completely take place in a high school. Because they would put Miku in a high school.
Yeah. The way I see Vocaloid being a good anime is slice of life.
Yeah.
Kind of in the way that
Showing their everyday life.
Yeah. But with mixes of their pop star lives, kind of like what they did in Idolmaster. I haven't seen Idolmaster. I plan to, though, but from what I can tell of it, it's a slice of life mixed with their lives as idols. I'm going to make a really bad comparison to Hannah Montana.
I actually
that
enjoyed Hannah Montana, not gonna lie.
I enjoyed parts of it. But like I'm saying,
Yeah.
like I was saying, with Hannah Montana, sorry, my phone just vibrated. Hannah Montana, they did display the pop star life with the normal life very well, and that's how I think Vocaloid could work as an anime.
Exactly.
But Ven had an idea
Yes.
about it.
I actually kind of compared it to the anime of Plastic Nissan, or Nason. I always say Nissan, but it's Nason, I think. I actually don't remember.
As in older sister?
Yeah, Ni is two I's, Ne is two E's.
Yeah, I actually don't remember which one it is, though.
It's Plastic Nason.
Okay, yeah, Plastic Nason. That anime was just one episode, half an hour long, a bunch of 2 to 5 minute short videos. Which I think would be a fantastic way of doing it, is just doing quick stories that may or may not relate to each other, and just give us a little insight into these characters. Like, I love the characters of Plastic Nason. I don't remember any of their names, but they're really memorable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just do it as shorts, right?
Yeah. Essentially, yes.
Yeah. My only problem is that I know that if it ever was professionally produced, my favorite one would not be in it. Because she's not official.
Satsune Miku. Shout out.
Shout out to Zatsune Miku. All of the shout outs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Zatsune Miku, best girl.
Yeah, my life.
If I'm going with official, I'll go with CU.
All right,
But
the problem I see with a Vocaloid anime, though, is there's no real source material.
And it would probably end up pissing off all the fans who came up with their own ideas of what the characters are like.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, most people have a unified idea of what each character is like, but there's always those people that don't like that persona.
And even then, would they even use what's the unified idea of what they're like?
Well, the unified idea of what Hatsune Miku is like, the creators have all but given her that personality.
Pretty much.
Yes.
So Miku, no one would really have a problem with. It's the other characters.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go off the video game for a moment. The video games, the Project Diva games. I have both Project Diva F and F Second. Just an FYI to everyone.
I have a
listening.
physical copy of Project Diva F.
It's
beautiful.
They're good games, by the way.
They are. They're rhythm games, but they're good games.
But anyway, the personalities they portray from the songs the characters sing. Kaito is kind of... He's sociable, but on the inside, he's kind of lonely and dark. Rin is a typical teenage girl. So is Len. He's a typical teenage boy. Haku is a drunk, as we all know.
Well, everybody
But
knows
she doesn't.
that.
She doesn't.
Through depressive.
She doesn't give off that vibe. She comes off as very. I want to say kudere,
Kudere?
cold but cute.
Okay.
She'd be very cold.
She's usually portrayed as being depressed.
Well, that would explain the alcohol. It's a fucking depressant. Stop drinking. But anyway, Miku is a sassy bitch, but she has a sweet side. That's what I get from it. She's still a sweet girl, but she's the popular girl.
I'm gonna go into my headcanon of what the characters are like then, and then you'll go. Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Because I think we all three have differing views, but we can see why we have them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Miku, I see as a very, how to put it. I swear to God, I took that from you, Ven, because you say that so much.
Why?
Yes, you do.
How to put it? Yes, you
I
really
think you
do.
said it like 3 times within like 2 minutes in your update video. But
Damn it! Now I'm gonna notice that.
I notice it when I say it now.
It's
too,
all
so.
part of the plan. But anyway,
The Wentus plan.
But anyway, the way you see Miku.
So, how I see Miku is nice but ditzy.
I can see that. That also kind of falls into the popular girl for me.
Yeah, but I don't see her as being kind of a bitch either.
I can kinda see her doing it
like, for example,
accidentally,
the
but-
song "World Is Mine."
Yeah.
You can't play it in the games, but you can watch a video of it. So, yeah, you can watch a video of it. In my head, I can see her performing that. The curtains close. She turns around and apologizes to everyone.
I can see that too, because that doesn't seem like something
Because
she'd
she has to be really, really
I can and
rude.
can't, but
throughout the
again, my
entire
influence
song.
has come from. I'm not as into the Vocaloids as you guys are, so my
Yeah, no, I found out who Miku was, like, before she was popular,
yeah,
like,
my
in
influences on the characters come from the Sega games.
My influences come somewhat from the visual novels, but more from just reading into their music.
Yeah, but that would be. But anyway, back
Yeah.
on what I was saying before the character rant that we just did. The biggest problem would be
Yes.
source material.
Yes.
The only
It
source
would be.
material that they would have to go off of is what the creators have to say about the characters, which can easily be misinterpreted because of the telephone game, and
Yeah.
their general looks. That's it.
Actually, I think their biggest problem is because, okay, everyone who knows Vocaloid knows who Miku is and knows who Rin and Len are and knows who Kaito is and all those characters.
Everyone else.
There's hundreds of Vocaloids, some of which don't even have a character representation.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
They'd probably go off of the more popular
Yeah.
ones.
They would.
And have the other ones in the
and-
background as background, not as background characters, but as like shadows.
If they were lucky.
It would be
As a-
like Vocaloid of the Week
They
practically.
would be like the black people in Ruby. And no, that was not a racist stereotype.
I feel the need to explain this.
In the first season of
Their
RWBY, they did not have colored background characters. All their characters were black silhouettes in the background. You could basically identify any character of importance.
Yeah, I remember
because they would be the only characters that weren't shadows.
The first
Shout out to
character,
Kira.
the first time I watched, like the first couple episodes, which was a long time ago. In fact, it was when this first came out. But when I first watched those couple episodes, I remember looking in the background, seeing the moving masses of shadows, and then one colored character's like, I wonder who
I
is
was not in that
important in the
show.
background.
But yeah, that's the way I could see.
Hey, I was all over that
Good
show.
point.
I was important.
If they were willing to put the quality into doing that, making all these hundreds of characters into the background characters, then that could work. That could fix that problem. They wouldn't get any development, but then again, who the hell would care?
Yeah, honestly, like, I think if it was done with, like, you would have to prepare this. If they made an anime of Vocaloid, they'd have to prepare it over a span of several years. Otherwise, the only people they would please would be tens of fives of people.
All right, so Vocaloid as a potential anime. Let's do a scaling on the potentiality. Let's do a scale of 1 to 10. My personal opinion, I see it getting a 7 out of 10 in potential, in that the issues we have pointed out are kind of big issues. Granted, the fact that there is no source material story gives them a lot of freedom. That's also a lot of freedom to fuck up.
I'm going to go with 6.8. I'm with you on that, but the other problem is the fact that their only source material is the songs, and quite honestly, Mikaku City Actors was an attempt at doing that, and it was not good.
Ben?
I can give it a 6.9
Like,
just because I
you
hate
had
number 7,
to
but
have
it may as
seen-
well be a rating of 7.
Why do you hate the number 7? Hello? Okay, you are still there. Okay, I won't go into this. We'll just move on. Okay.
I'm just going to say it's not symmetrical. That's not his reason, but that'll just let you
It's
guys have something.
It's my lucky number. It's in my username. Most usernames I have on the internet, for God's sakes. 715. Ven?
I started to use 1315, and recently I've done 728. And then I've just gone with 28 for 28, 13 plus
Let's
15.
move on from
Whatever.
this.
It is
All
your
right,
turn.
My turn. I don't know how many people, if any, watching this would know, but I'm pretty sure everyone would know. Bionicle. Lego Bionicle.
Yep.
This was my first true obsession. Long before I discovered what anime is, I was obsessed with the story of Bionicle. I could tell you the entire plot of it from beginning to end, character names, set names, and I'm rusty.
And he's not even exaggerating. Like, he's being modest about what he knew.
I'm being modest. I even have favorite characters because of the depth
Yeah,
they
you should have
have.
seen it. When we met, I went over to his house like a couple days after we met, and he apologized for his room being messy, and I'm like, don't worry about it. My room's freaking messy all the time. You can vouch for that. My room is a freaking wreck.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I had every Bionicle known to man at
You
the time.
couldn't find the floor.
So
You know
so
the
I
test-
had all the pieces all over the floor with a path cut out to get to the bed and the dresser and the window.
You know the joke that the true test of bravery is to turn off the lights and walk over a floor full of Legos? Apparently he wanted people to take it.
Yeah, I took it a few times.
That was his childhood.
That was my childhood, by the way. But Bionicle, the reason it would make a good anime. 1, it's unique. It would be a challenge to draw out the characters. I'll give them that. They didn't do that great of a job in the movies, in my honest opinion. They looked like the characters, but they kind of failed in some ways.
In some ways.
Shh.
I watched those movies when I was young.
Good. So
did?
you'll
Okay.
know what I'm talking about.
I
Hopefully.
don't know a lot about the character development of Bionicle because I was just a kid who thought they looked cool and they're fun to put together. However,
Yeah.
I do see that there was definitely more there than simply meets the eye.
Shout out to Transformers.
I'm afraid you were going to say that the second I said meets the eye.
God damn it.
Not the Michael Bay ones.
All right. So I'll give an example. The 2004 story arc, Toa Metru Nui. My God, did they introduce character development for what is without a doubt the best character in that universe, Vakama.
I
The
know
Toa
that
Metru
name.
of Fire. He was the Toa Metru of Fire, but he was also the Taraga of Fire on Mata Nui. My God, did he get some serious character development. Vakama would get visions, which, in the eyes of the Matoran, are either A, visions from the Great Spirit, basically their deity, or signs of madness. Most of the time they assumed it was madness. So Vakama had to keep that secret, and because of that, he was not very confident in himself. Even becoming a Toa, he doubted himself greatly. He was lone. All the other Toa would pick on him too, because of his madness, his visions, which, as it turned out, were visions from the Great Spirit. But they still gave him shit for it. So because of that, he developed greatly as a leader as time went on. But then we go to the 2005 story. Vakama feels a little too confident. He's gotten cocky. And then they become mutants, mutated by the venom of the Vizirac.
I remember that.
And Vakama fucking loses it. He loses his way, being tempted by Rudaka. He basically loses his mind and gives in to the animalistic side of himself that the venom has introduced him to. He becomes evil, but he comes back from it. And when the main bad guy in the story, after Vakama comes back for the Mask of Time, which he created, when he comes back for the mask, and Vakama looks Makuta in the eyes and says, "I will fucking smash this thing if you take one step closer," Makuta's just like, yeah, he's not fucking around. Those are the eyes of a guy who's been in the darkness and has come back in one piece. That kind of character development for a children's toy.
Yeah, I will admit that's pretty good.
And the act...
I do apologize because I can't weigh in much on this because the only things I know about the story are the things that you've already told me, and of course I'm going to agree with them because...
You don't know much about him.
Yeah, so that all I have to go on is what you've told me.
I know. I feel like I've chosen an unfair topic, but this is something I'm absolutely passionate about. In fact, when I get good at animation, I plan to animate it.
You know what? I should make that Vocaloid series.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I
idea.
can't animate worth shit. I'm not going to claim I could do anything.
But
Hey, you'll be a
That
voice
works.
actor.
but
We're
back the story, not just the story wise, like the development. This is a freaking 10-season show I'm talking about. You could also get great action scenes out of it that the movies and the comics failed in that aspect. Because for God's sakes, these are beings that can control fire, water, earth, stone, ice, and air. There's potential in that alone.
But everything changed when the...
No.
To do it.
No. But anyway, you've all heard my side of the story. It's got a great story, it's got great character development, and the universe is so expansive. However, I already can tell you where the anime would dip. 2008 to 2009.
If they followed it directly.
If they followed it directly, which I'm pretty sure they would, because why the fuck would you not? It's a great story.
Yeah.
And
To be fair, adaptations, you have to change some things around, but
you can't change too much or
Yeah.
else you're going to aggravate the fans.
you can't change so much that it changes the story.
Yeah. Which is something they couldn't afford with if they made a Bionicle anime.
Yeah.
So, your guys' thoughts on it? Now that I've given you my point and I've done all the talking, which is surprising.
Well,
'cause
to
I've
be
been
fair,
quiet about
we don't know nearly as much.
Honestly,
Yeah.
yeah. And honestly, I probably know vastly more about Vocaloid than you
is
guys
true.
do.
Yeah. I have a feeling we're all going to pick something that we're more aware of than the other, which is kind of why we give our own sides of the story.
Yeah, that's
So
why we
we
did
can
plan
help
this
the
out.
so we can help the others.
I'm kind of glad that ours are a little bit shorter than I thought. We can actually fit a few more in by doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, honestly, okay. One of the reasons why, because you guys know, if I'm not interested in something, I just zone out.
Yeah.
I listen to you when you do talk about the Bionicle. I got so screwed up in my head for a second. I lost track of what I was talking about.
Don't worry, man. It's taken me so much focus just to spout out everything I just did.
But everything I know about it, I got from you, and I have listened to all of it. I might not remember all of it, but I have listened.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
And the story does really seem like it would be interesting. I don't particularly know if it would be picked up as an anime,
Yeah.
but I will say it does deserve a good animated medium. If you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. It needs
I'd love to see anime because the Japanese art style would work really well with it.
Absolutely.
Because
here, Ven, just Google Vakama.
Vakama?
Yes, Toa Vakama. Google him. Tell me you could not see that in an anime art style.
Okay,
Vakama.
1 second.
we don't have a second, man. We need to answer now.
Vakama.
Yes.
Oh God, memories. Holy
Right.
shit, memories.
Oh, the nostalgia. I have him sitting on my shelf right now. All 3 forms of him. One of them brand new in the box.
Neat.
But I opened it because I wanted to build it.
Ven has his amiibos.
You want to talk about amiibos? I actually got my Shulk amiibo today.
You lucky bastard.
Oh.
I have it right here.
Not,
So do you have all of
not
them?
that they're going to see.
Yes and no. All the ones that are currently out and available where I am, yes.
Okay.
The ones that are out in some places of the world but not here, no.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like, I don't have, say... I don't have Lucario Meta Knight because, like, none of those arrived in fucking Colorado. I have them on order, though.
Oh.
But Ven, you could see it, can you?
I'll be honest, I can't see it as anything other than what I saw it as a kid, which was that 3D animation style. That's where I see it most clearly, and it's hard for me to imagine it elsewhere.
Think Gundam.
I haven't seen Gundam.
Okay, think of the Gundam art style and apply it to this.
Okay. I haven't seen the Gundam art style. I just know the name Gundam.
Think mech.
Oh my god, you need to do a lot of Googling.
Okay, think mech that's not Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann. Okay, Kogias? That's the only other mech show
That
I've
works.
seen.
To be fair, I think that's the only other one I've seen.
Okay, just Google Gundam Zero.
Wait, no, I've also seen some of Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Okay, no.
Okay, yeah, think that.
Okay.
Some of the angels in that do look
Okay,
enough.
then again, I haven't seen Neon Genesis Evangelion.
They look very organic.
I haven't either.
Okay.
I just remember it.
Now
from-
think that, but add some biological components because they're biomechanical beings.
Okay, that actually would be very comparable then, because the ones in Evangelion are
no,
extremely
I've got it.
like
I've
that.
got it. Have you heard of Guyver?
Never heard of it.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck is wrong with you? Gotta avoid my anger. Gotta avoid my Neko rant. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we've gone on with this long enough. A little. All right. So your guys' ratings
Potential.
for potential.
You know, I'm actually going to give it a higher rating than I gave Vocaloid just because the source material is there.
Yeah.
So I'd say about an 8.
That's very modest of you. Is that the right word, modest?
Generous?
That's very generous of you. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
See?
I
can't
Here's the thing.
think.
I fucking loved that show as a kid. If they tried to make it a bit more of a mature story, like not treat the audience like they're idiots, like so many fucking kids shows do today. Getting off on that.
Okay. Bionicle, though, got really dark really fast.
This is true. But they still
So
dumbed it down.
I do not... I mean, there were people dying left and right towards the end. For God's sake, spoiler alert, the bad guy won.
Hmm?
Temporarily, but he still won.
Yeah, it was definitely good for its time, but there are many shows today that take that concept and do it better. If it could do it like that, then I'd be very satisfied.
The problem is I can't in good conscience give it a rating because I don't know enough about the source material. Like, both of you know... Well, Neko, you know much more about it than I do. Ven, you know more about it than I do.
And I know practically nothing. I just have vague memories from when I was a child.
Yeah.
So I can't in good conscience give it a rating.
Okay.
And that's out of complete respect. I don't want to give it like a poor rating because I don't know the full story, but I don't want to give it a high rating and not really know what I'm rating.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'm actually going to give it a lower rating than Ven. Because of one reason. Targeted audience.
This is true.
The targeted audience would be an audience who is unfamiliar with it during its time.
Yeah.
Because right now, Bionicle's been rebooted. It's an entirely new story. The character names are the same. We can only make assumptions at this point because we don't know dick about it.
They're probably going to make another Cartoon Network series.
Oh my god, if they did.
Oh, they better make
Ben,
it good.
Ben,
but-
Ben, you're not... No,
Don't be
make me
another
nerd
Sonic
out.
Boom. Please, God,
Oh,
don't be
God.
another Sonic Boom.
Speaking of Sonic Boom, I'm going to change the topic for just a moment. Sonic Boom is the worst selling Sonic game in the franchise now.
It makes Sonic 06 look good.
Yeah.
It makes it look
Okay,
really
but-
good. I'm not exaggerating on that.
This is
I know
coming
you're
from
not.
someone who has played Sonic Adventure.
I love
know
Sonic
you-
Adventure, especially
Exactly.
compared to that bullshit.
Exactly. I mean,
Okay.
Sonic Adventure, I played the first one a little bit and got bored. The second one I really had fun with.
So, I'm going to give 7.5 the general audience. It would be a story that everyone's unfamiliar with a name that everyone has to that a new generation is associating with an entirely different story.
Mm-hmm.
The potential's entirely there,
Yes, it is.
but it's too late at this point.
All right. Let's move on to Vens, because we should cycle through a couple of these, because I think it's more interesting if we throw in more than just one thought.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'll think of something while Ven's doing
yeah,
stuff.
I'll narrow down my list.
Now mine, I have one that would actually be one that both Shadow and I could talk about consistently.
Okay, I'm ready.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
I don't know dick about it, so I'm going to tell you ahead of time, I can't rate it.
Fair enough.
For the same reasons
All I know is I fucking hate Shulk in Smash Bros. Because he is a dick to Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon does not always prevail. doesn't.
Captain Falcon will sometimes prevail.
I'll be honest, I like Captain Falcon into Shulk quite a bit, just because
Aw, shit.
Falcon is one of the few that can match his aerials.
Actually, yes. No, I actually agree with the Xenoblade thing.
I'm going to take this time to go get a drink while you guys talk about this.
Okay. I fully agree with you on Xenoblade. And okay, I've already done this, but shout out to Chug Conroy because I've been watching his playthrough of it. He just put up episode 90 today.
Fucking amazing game.
It really is. Especially for the quality they used for the game. It's absolutely beautiful looking too.
Yeah, I'll put it this way. It is on the Wii, and it pushes the graphics beyond that of most games on the PS3 and 360.
Yeah, now the character models do look a bit but to be fair, the character honestly, I've never been one to complain about graphics.
Yeah, I played fucking Sonic Adventure.
I was playing Spyro 2 a couple days ago. The second
And
Spyro.
I'm back.
Welcome.
So, but yeah, no, Xenoblade. The only problem I have with if they made an anime of Xenoblade Chronicles is
It's a bit long.
that's not my problem, dude.
Really?
One Piece exists.
Good point, but they
Long
wouldn't
running
treat
is
it like
not a
One
problem.
Piece.
No, they wouldn't.
Oh, no. You want to talk about long running. I just found out the other day the longest running anime has been running since 1969.
Yep.
What anime would that be?
I don't remember its name, but think of like animation-wise South Park of Japan.
Okay then.
And
Yeah,
It's
I
been
hate
running
that
since
show.
1969, and it has over 2,200
I hate that
episodes.
show, but I think it's because of its
And is
localization.
still
Its
in
localization was
production.
complete shit. Anyway, back to Xenoblade. The problem with Xenoblade is that the game is already so it's so filled with cutscenes that really an anime isn't needed for Xenoblade Chronicles if that makes sense.
I'd really just like to see.
Great. However, I would still really love to see it.
I'd be on somewhere similar to that. Like, it is very cutscene heavy, and the characters do get development. What I'd like to see it with is having the voice acting redone, and see those areas like hand drawn or drawn by a full animation studio instead of just computer animation.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know much about Xenoblade, but from what I can tell, I think it would deserve an Avatar: The Last Airbender animation style.
Yes.
Not in that it's every
Yes.
single frame is hand drawn. That's something most people don't know about Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra. It's completely hand drawn.
Yeah, no, that's part of why I have so much respect for it. Cowboy Bebop was all hand drawn as well.
Of course, during the time, computer animation was still,
Shit.
yeah. Pixar
Yeah.
was really the only ones who could pull it off
And
at the time.
yeah, that shit still holds up to this day.
And we're talking about
But,
the time of Cowboy Bebop, not the time of Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Xenoblade would make a fantastic anime. The problem is that even in the gaming world, people
That
don't
is
know
true.
what
In
it is.
Japan, it's really
Like
well
there's
known.
Yeah, but there's a lot of gamers over here that like, for example, at the college that I attend, there's a bunch of people that thought that Shulk was another Fire Emblem character. I don't know why they thought Fire Emblem.
Anime-esque look.
Actually, I don't remember what franchise it was, but I didn't think he was from any of those.
No, I didn't either. I figured he was from some other game, and then I looked it up and I'm like, okay,
I
Xenoblade
honestly
Chronicles.
thought he was an anime character.
I recognized him
honestly
from
thought-
the start. I'll put it this way. The reason why I know so much about Xenoblade Chronicles is because of Chugga Conroy. He frequently mentions it in his Let's Plays other than his Xenoblade Let's Play. Because he
Would you recommend I watch it?
I recommend you'd watch it.
Yes.
You rewatched the scene where he finds the shiny coughing earlier today.
Oh,
Yeah,
He has moments like that quite a bit, but they're usually him laughing at stuff.
All right, I'll start on that tomorrow, maybe. I have to continue to drawing. I was actually in the middle of drawing when you guys invited me to the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Because I was literally like one step away from finishing it.
Just a quick one more shout out. Kill
Yes.
Steve.
I don't know if you guys have watched my Pikmin Let's Plays.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
no.
I haven't watched it, but I watched that part that you recommended.
Oh God, yeah.
Your freak out at 18 minutes 45 seconds.
When you broke.
Oh my God! When you broke, I was on the floor laughing. Like I was in bed and I rolled out of bed laughing so fucking hard.
Oh my God. Okay.
Still, I have actually
Okay.
made it a point to not reference Steve in those Let's Plays. Like, I'll just do.
Yeah.
I'll never say the name. I will never say his name in any of those Let's Plays of any Pikmin game, and I intend to do all of them.
Good.
But I have put in subtle shoutouts. Like, as an example, in my Pikmin 2 Let's Play, I had a moment of I was getting all my Pikmin turned into flower Pikmin, and one of them was a leaf, and it was only the red Pikmin. And I just like, one red Pikmin who remained a leaf. I'm not going to comment further on that. That's all I had to say about it.
All right, we're off topic a bit.
Yes.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
The characters
gonna-
are fantastic,
Yeah.
for one thing.
In the future, you can if you get into the story. I'll just let you know the beginning of Xenoblade Chronicles has a lot of cutscenes, but it's because it's introducing the characters.
And the world alone that introduced. The second it had that cutscene introducing the world they were in, I was hooked.
Let's put it this way. I don't remember what wiki page I was looking at, but one of Chugga Conroy's quotes on there is, "If you can see it, you can go there," because he said it so many times in that Let's Play.
See, I'm gonna make another reference to a not total shit video game, but completely disappointing video game. Destiny promised that.
Destiny was full of shit.
Okay,
More about that in
Not
the rant you
entirely.
didn't post.
then, okay. I actually bought Destiny a couple weeks ago.
I bought it not a couple weeks ago. Oh god, if I had known you were buying it a couple weeks ago, I would have warned you.
He knew.
No. I knew. I bought this fully knowing what I was going into, and Destiny pleasantly surprised me, actually.
Really?
Yes.
How?
The grind.
What?
Okay. How Angry Joe put it, if you're into grinding endlessly, you're fine. Which is something, it's odd, because I hate grinding in video games. I hate it with a burning fucking passion. The exception being Pokemon. When I play Destiny, I feel like I'm playing, oddly enough, a Pokemon MMO.
I'm sorry, but I can not see it in any way. The grinding in that was abysmal to me.
I'm just starting it.
I'm indifferent.
starting
I've
to
never
grind.
played Destiny, and I don't plan to.
Like, here's the thing with Destiny. I gave myself a goal the moment I started the game. I was like, okay, here's my goal, because Monty had just died.
Oh.
Right.
Monty Ohm had just died, so I was just like, I had just bought Destiny. I was just starting the game. I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a character that looks just like Ruby Rose. And I'm going to grind and grind and grind until I can get every piece that I need to make it complete. I found a character from the New Monarchy who sells a red and black and white scout rifle. Basically a sniper rifle. I'm just like, there's that. I found someone who sells a red hood. And I found all these pieces. And I'm like, okay, I gotta grind. There are parts of it that I absolutely hate. The fucking Crucible sucks. Just gonna leave it at that. But that's why Destiny pleasantly surprised me. If you have a goal, it makes the grind worth it. But if you're just grinding to get the stuff because you'll have it, you're gonna hate it. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do a little mini Destiny review. But
I can rant
I
about
was-
Destiny for hours, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, let's not, please.
let's not. But we were talking about how you were saying Xenoblade Chronicles, whatever you can see, you can go there.
Yes.
Yes.
Destiny promised that. That's why I was disappointed in that aspect. It was basically a typical first-person shooter.
Yeah, Xenoblade
But
Chronicles delivers on that.
They didn't
But
even promise it.
that-
It was
and
there.
more.
Hearing
Yeah.
that, this is the first I'm hearing of this. I want to play it now.
Yeah, like, the best comparison I can actually find for Xenoblade is actually Skyrim. Imagine, like, Skyrim with an actual fucking story instead of just pointless open world. Skyrim's a good game. I recognize it as being made well. It's
I
a
do
bit
too.
too open world, in my opinion.
Yes, thank you.
No, actually, there's like a huge chunk of the map that's completely closed off. In my opinion, the mountain range. You can't climb over it, which was something you could do in Oblivion, which is why I liked Oblivion far more than Skyrim.
I didn't play Oblivion, so I can't comment on it.
I can't get into
Basically,
any of
think
those
of it
games.
this way. The first mission you get, you have to walk all the fucking way around the mountains or go over it. But you can't go over it. Going over it would be an option in Oblivion, but it's not here. Why is it not an option?
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed. And you kind of can climb the mountains, but only so far.
You can't go all the way over.
Okay, I think there's one part in Xenoblade Chronicles where you can't go somewhere, but you eventually can go there.
I think I know the one you're talking about, but it's kind of a spoiler.
It is.
Okay, so don't spoil it for me. I will. You know what? If I get a new 3DS, that'll be the first game I get for it.
Wise
Good choice.
choice.
That's what I'll do when I get one. I don't know
Then
when I'll get
again,
it, but I will.
Then again, I tried to get into Fantasy Life.
Mm,
No, I love it, but the problem is, excuse me, I put so much time into it that eventually I just got bored.
Xenoblade Chronicles
Chron-
is different from that.
Were we about to both say it does not get boring?
Yeah.
And another problem from what I'm hearing, Xenoblade Chronicles is a really long game. I barely have time to play Call of Duty.
You're going to have troubles with that.
It is a long game, but the story and the characters are worth it.
Yeah. And not to mention, it's not... it is long, but not nearly... It's not like Final Fantasy long if you don't do all the side stuff. There's a lot of side stuff.
Yeah.
Like, when I say a lot, I mean a fuck ton of side stuff.
Yeah, no, there's hours of side quests you can do in Xenoblade.
And that's another thing that's really good about it.
But it does develop the characters.
Another thing
that's good.
Oh, yeah, another thing that's good about the side quests in it. Some of them you go out of your way for, like classic side quests of like you go on a string of quests of doing this, 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 and this, meeting these characters, etc. Most of the side quests are just like, hey, can you go kill these for me? Or hey, can you do this for me?
And
It's
they're already in
along
your
the
way.
Like,
So it's like, hey, can you do what you were gonna do anyway?
yeah, and on top of that,
And they'll give you money, experience, and sometimes items.
yep, and you don't have to go back and deliver the quest.
I like how we're talking more about gameplay rather than how the game
Sorry,
would be a good anime.
Okay, yeah, let's.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
I
You're gonna
would
give
give
it
it
an
a 9.
The only reason I'm going with an 8, I would go with a 9, but I'm going with 8 because of the fact that the game doesn't need an adaptation.
I think it could use an HD remaster, which is
Yes.
sad considering it was just last console, but
Well, think of it this way: it is getting a regen, technically.
yes, but it's on the 3DS.
Yeah,
It's not
slightly
upgrading the
better
graphics at all. I mean, I'm
It's
not one to
slightly
harp
better
on
than the
graphics.
Wii. It's actually slightly better than the Wii. Only slightly, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they're updating the graphics for the remaster though on the 3DS.
They're not, but due to like the processing power being oddly enough superior to the Wii, it's getting a graphics boost, an unintentional graphics boost though. Because think of it this way: all games are developed on a PC.
Yeah.
The graphics on the PC are entirely different from how they would look on the console because the consoles typically tone down the graphics so that the system doesn't overheat and explode.
Yes.
So even if you, which is why I'm going to use Indigo Prophecy as an example. That just got remastered. Well, what they really did was they just ported it. All the original files. Nothing changed. But it looks better simply because the technology can make it look better because it can support it.
Fair enough. But I have seen cutscenes from the 3DS version. What I want to see something like, this may be pushing it far, Shulk's model in the Smash Bros. Games. Or specifically on
Schultz
the
model
Wii.
in the Smash Bros. Games actually is better.
It's so much better. Like, when I saw that, I thought, holy shit, it's detailed. I'd love to see a copy of Xenoblade with all that detail.
By the way, if you're prone to picking up accents just by hearing them, you'll be talking in an English accent all day after watching a Xenoblade Chronicles video.
Now it's
I have no
drawing
problem with that.
time!
All right. So I'll give it a rating. I know earlier I said I wasn't going to give it a rating because I don't know enough about it. But after hearing what you had to say, and going off of the fact that I have no knowledge about it, I'm going to give it a 7. I give it a 7. It's expansive, like you said. It has good characters.
Did I mention
And
the
the story...
depth?
You didn't have to. I was about to say it. It has depth. The problems I see are there are multiple ways the animators could... The people developing and animating it and writing the story for it could fuck it up. Easily.
Well, you can. I'd say it's just as easily as you can fuck up any show, but the story
know.
is so very clearly written. It's not like, as far as I know, it doesn't have multiple endings. I haven't
I
finished
know.
it yet.
This is going to bring me to my second point.
for it.
The general audience is going to be
Yeah.
Xenoblade fans in Japan. It'll be popular there. They'll do what they can to hopefully to make the story well enough. But for I'm not too sure Americans who are the fans of the game are going to be happy with the potential story that's made for the anime.
It's
Yeah,
true
'cause-
that it probably wouldn't
because
do well
of
in
the-
America because the game didn't do well in America.
Yeah,
I know.
it's starting
I know
to
the
pick
game
up,
didn't do-
but
Mostly because of
I know the game didn't do well in America, but I'm saying like comes to a third problem: cultural differences. The reason Xenoblade succeeded in Japan but failed in America, I'm guessing, is because of different cultural tastes.
Actually, it's not. It's because
Not at
GameStop done
all.
fucked up. GameStop actually managed to buy out the rights to Xenoblade in America. They tried to get an English cast for it, and they didn't. That's why every character in that has a British voice actor, is because they had to use the European version of it. Because
Yeah.
GameStop was a stubborn bitch and wouldn't let other companies sell it, and they were trying to that end up massively delaying.
Shout down
its
to
release
GameStop.
where it was released right before the Wii U came out.
Yeah. Which creates a fourth problem, is casting.
They'll do what they did
Yeah.
for Smash Bros. They'll just use the European voice cast.
Which could be a problem.
Are you kidding? Have you heard their voices?
At the beginning, they
I
sound a
said
little
could.
awkward.
Ven, you're trying to argue reasons with someone who doesn't know the source
Yeah.
content.
Good point.
So you need to be understanding of my position.
Good
right
point.
now.
Sorry.
I'll actually argue this for you. At the beginning of Xenoblade Chronicles, the characters do sound a bit awkward, and their lip flap doesn't match, but that's just graphics.
Yeah.
The
It's
reason.
also because the game's Japanese and English. You know.
Oh no, that it doesn't match the Japanese either.
Okay. Well, there went that reason.
But no, the
I just
characters
see a
sound.
lot-
At first, the characters sound very awkward, but that's because I think the voice cast was getting used to their character.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It gets so much better as it goes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's just the majority of the problems I see involve the cultural differences, like differing cultural tastes, the potential to fuck it up, not just in making the anime, but in casting it and in localizing it and in marketing it.
Yeah.
And fuck, I just had it. And the general audience, it would be very niche
I'm sorry.
in the Americas.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it probably
that's
would
the
not
only
do
reason-
that well in America.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Then, honestly, I would have given it an 8, maybe even a 9. After my little spiel about Bionicle and your spiel about how did I just forget the name of the game?
Xenoblade Chronicles.
How the fuck did I just forget that? We've been talking about it for 20 minutes. Okay. And your little spiel about Xenoblade, it just makes me go, oh my god, I want to sympathize with you. I really do. But I gave Bionicle a 7 because I had to push aside my own feelings for it because I knew the problem. I understand what problems there could be for it. And but it's because I don't understand Xenoblade Chronicles, I can't give it higher than that.
One thing I can say, though, that is a difference. Now, here's the thing, though. I am legitimately trying to find the flaws. There's one where I disagree with you on, and that's the idea is it wouldn't do well in America. I agree with that. But I don't think that would hurt the development of an anime, since anime isn't designed for Americans as is. Anime
This
is
is
not
true.
mainstream in America, period.
No, not at all.
That's debatable.
Actually, not okay, sorry to argue with you on this. I really
It is growing,
It's
but
It's growing.
It is,
Like I said, it's debatable.
but anime as
I'm
a
not
whole,
disagreeing with you, but I'm not agreeing with you. I'm staying kind of neutral with that stance because I can see anime becoming a main media around the world.
eventually.
Not
I
eventually.
used to think that. However, there are some things that came to light worldwide in like other countries. I can see it, but America is going to be very slow to it because of the fact that there are so many things in anime that the general audience of America will continue to find disgusting for a long time.
Shout out to Orima.
Yeah. Anything
Well, I don't-
incest related, anything fan service related is he's like, no,
But
we
that's-
can't have nudity. Our children can't see
But
that.
that's the Japanese culture talking.
What do you mean?
I'm going to draw from Ruby for a moment because Ruby, in my eyes, is an anime.
That's
The
how I
reason
see it too,
love
personally.
Ruby is the potential for anime to go global. And I mean every country is using anime as an art style and not just using it as a reason to be racist towards the Japanese people. Anime is an art like anything else.
It's a medium.
So it's a medium. It's an artistic medium that should be explored, and it will be. Ruby is just the start. I mean, for God's sakes, it's the first American anime to be...
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
To be
No.
exported and dubbed in Japan.
Okay,
by Warner Brothers Japan.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Hold on, I'm looking up
So
something
in
real
my
quick.
eyes, anime will go global, which is where I disagree with you on that stance.
I
So,
think it will go global, but I find it doubtful they'll someday be global mainstream. Especially, there are countries
don't.
where I can see it happening, but I don't see America as one of them.
Well, here's the thing. Like any other artistic medium, it's going to be judged. Cartoons, American cartoons, were judged as satanic and un-American, just like rock music.
This is true. However,
So-
they are still looked down upon by adults, specifically as a form of animation. Animation
Yeah.
in general is looked down upon by adults in America,
Yeah.
and it has been for a very long time.
Yeah, but you're seeing adult cartoons now.
It's true, but adult cartoons that are coming out of America are just slapstick comedy bullshit, Family Guy, and that's about it. We're not seeing anything really anime-like that's being developed for the mainstream.
Neko, I'm gonna actually quote something real quick because it's on your side.
Okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt you,
No, it's
Ven.
cool.
Quote unquote. Some believe just like Scotch needs to be made in Scotland, an American company can't make anime. I think that's a narrow way of seeing it. Anime is an art form, and to say only one country can make this art is wrong. Monty Ohm.
Monty.
And I agree heavily. Trust me, I want nothing more than for it to become hugely popular among many audiences, because that would allow so many more people to get involved with it and so much more potential to open up.
But you're saying cartoons are not mainstream, but they are, even amongst adults. It's
It's just not. Yeah. The problem is that the way we perceive the animation, and hopefully that will change in the future.
Well, yes and no.
I'm
I
not-
can see what you're
I can
saying.
already-
It's I'm talking about the audiences is the problem.
I can already see signs of animation becoming a bigger thing and becoming more mainstream. Because when you think about it, as our technology advances, animation's going to become cheaper to produce than live action.
This is true. And animation is slowly becoming more popular, but that's the problem. It's very slow. I think it'll happen eventually, but probably not within our lifetimes.
And if it does, it'll be pretty late.
Yeah.
I'll give it 20 to 30 years.
Okay.
Like, I wasn't saying any time in the near
Yeah.
future. I was just saying it will happen.
Yeah.
All right,
20 to 30 years, I could say that as like a minimum possibility.
All right. Hey,
Go ahead.
As online entertainment expands.
That is the one area where I see the potential for it, is the internet. And that's where it is growing now, and it's what is making it so that cultures are beginning to blend. I don't know if it'll ever become truly mainstream, like live action is mainstream and sports are mainstream now, but I see it becoming more widely accepted.
Okay, I see what you're getting
Like,
at.
I don't think that watching anime, it's going to become the new normal thing for people to just talk about. I think there are going to be people that are fans of it, and they're going to be recognized.
I think I see where the misunderstanding's coming from. I don't mean mainstream in, like, people are going to be talking about it. I mean mainstream in its use and its,
Okay,
like,
yes.
like, rather than seeing, like, slapstick cartoon, like Looney Tunes or Ed, Ed and Eddie or Tom and Jerry, I think anime will eventually be, like, cartoons will eventually become more detailed and anime-like, is what I meant.
Okay, that I can agree with. The thing I was talking about for things being mainstream, I talk about like mainstream like sports is mainstream among television, and Call of Duty
Okay,
is mainstream among video games.
and now the past 20 minutes has been rendered completely pointless.
It's a good conversation.
Okay,
I think
I'm
we should go
sorry
around
that
a
this
couple
went
more
from-
times with a couple other pitches, because just one is kind of.
Plus, we also said that you would get a second pitch. We are at... Oh, actually, we're reaching the 2-hour mark soon.
Yes.
So, Tyler, I'm sorry, Shadow, you're going to have to give your next thing that should be an anime. And if we want, we can continue this in the next episode. But I think if we go past 2 hours, it'll be too long.
I agree. Also, one last thing to note about anime becoming mainstream, just one quick note, is I don't ever see it happening to where, like, as an example, where I work, those fuckers talk about sports all fucking day. I don't see that ever happening with anime in America. Ever.
No.
Yeah. I never meant it like that.
Yeah.
I just meant its exploration as an art form.
I would like that.
Alright.
I would definitely like to see that, and I see it happening fairly soon.
Okay.
After mine, I kind of want to continue with this, so after mine, maybe
We'll make
could
another
just-
podcast.
Yeah, maybe we'll just start another podcast immediately after this one.
We'll call this part 1. Actually, why don't we cut it off here and get these first 3, and then we'll move on to the next one.
All
and
right,
then the rant of the next one will be us continuing off this, and then we'll do the main topic.
All right, yeah, that works. You're going to be introing us that time, though.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
And then can you also do it for the next episode? Because it was your idea for that topic as well.
Yes.
And I feel that you're the one that should introduce it.
Why's that?
The Ruby one.
Oh, you're right. Oh no, we can't do the next one then because of Ven.
Actually,
No, because this would be.
As far as the introduction, I'll introduce the next one since it's the third episode on the channel.
Yes. Okay.
That works. That way you can introduce the Ruby one. We'll make it so that the next one isn't the Ruby one, but since we're recording them all at once, we can actually put them out a bit more often, I think. That's up to Shadow, but...
Yeah, I'll put them up as soon as I can.
Yeah.
All right, we are officially at 1 hour, 55 minutes, and 20 seconds.
All right, well, I guess I should do the sign-off then.
Yep.
Thank you guys for watching the first half of our completely misguided discussions.
But hey, 3 assholes talking about crap.
Hey, we lived up to the title of the podcast, so.
Oh my god, I just made a pun and I didn't realize it.
Yeah. So, this has been Shadow from Raving About Nonsense, and with me today was...
Angry Neko from Angry Neko Reviews.
And Wentus from Wentus Reviews.
And thank you for watching again. So, see you in the next part.
Later, assholes.
Bye.